All right. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? We are here for another $20 Tuesday. Here to have some fun with the guys and the girls. How y'all feeling today? How do I sound? Do I sound fine? Do I sound terrible? Is my mic transmitting my voice the way my mic should be transmitting my voice? That is my question to you wonderful people out there. Let's see. How is it going? So this Saturday we have our tournament. The big one, you know, the 1K. Also, I guess I just need to type it in here. Midwest Edison Clash. I'm also, as you guys know, I'm going to this tournament next week. So this is officially next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I will be at this. Is it next Saturday? Hold on. Wait. Okay, yes, it is next Saturday. I was like, yeah, it is next Saturday. I will be at this event. So yeah, if you're not there, you're square and all that good stuff. But we got a 21 person tournament tonight. So there's 21 duelists ready to play. Try to win themselves some Chipotle money tomorrow. $20 Tuesdays. Yeah, I cannot wait to see how this one turns out. And I can't wait to see who wins some big money this weekend. Some big money. Let me read some of this. Okay. Dennis, you're trying to double click the link and right click and open, but it won't work. Are you talking about the bracket link? Are you even playing someone? You're not playing someone yet. Aren't you D-Blast88? I don't think you have an opponent yet. Chipotle used to be really good. It has fallen off quite a bit, I will say. I have to admit. It saddens me, but Chipotle is not... It's not that girl anymore. It's not what it used to be. I used to eat Chipotle every day. I'm not even kidding. In 2010, I discovered Chipotle in 2010. And I ate it every single day. Like, for months. And it was super cheap back then, too. It was like $6, which is so crazy now because you can't get any meal for $6, I feel like. And for that quality that it had at that time, for $6, like, I was spamming that shit. Now Chipotle is like, I don't know, $14 or some wild shit. But yeah, I'm excited to travel next week. I haven't been to an event since April. Since literally the beginning of April. So it's been fucking 4 months for me, which is so weird because Konami botched Nationals, so I was never going to that. And I missed YCS Providence because I went to Japan. Was there anything else that happened? I guess those were the only 2 tournaments after YCS Houston, or I might be missing. I guess there were a couple RBETs as well, but like I typically don't travel to those unless they're close. So missed a couple of those. I just haven't been to events in a while. I haven't been competing. I've just been doing content and other fun stuff. If you listen to the podcast, you know what some of that entails. So we got a classic matchup here. Vayu versus frog, hero frog. So you gotta specify these days because some people don't play dupes. But we got a dupe frog, hero frog deck, which is fully we're fully locked up here. Let's see what he does to break this lock. Could this be a torrential play? I guess torrential's not good here though. He has a value in Sirocco and Grave, and he has a, this would go to Grave. It's not bad, but it's not like, it's not bad. It's actually not bad. He would end up with like a lot of cards. Okay, we're gonna pop. Who's getting popped? This is awkward. Okay, he's gonna pop the Plague Spreader, which will then force him to, if he wants to get past the dupe block now, he has to stack a card. Josh, Impact Graham. Hey Fraser, been a long time. I still watch a bit of Edison content here and there, but I play One Piece now. Love your vid still. Feel like I'm part of the Yu-Gi community that way. Thank you, Josh. Long time no see, old friend. Hope you're doing well as well. I know the One Piece. Oh wait, this is, what is this deck? Oh my god. Oh, he's just dead. Oh my lord. Oh my god, not just dying. What is that deck? That is that's a hybrid Blackwing, or I don't know, hybrid value. It's one of those. What's up, Edison Club? Honestly, Edison Club, you guys have been some of my biggest fans since we first started the podcast 4 years ago, which I appreciate. Are these tournaments every Tuesday? I try to make them every Tuesday, but I'm not going to say that literally every Tuesday. Like, you're not getting a, it's definitely not 52 tournaments a year every Tuesday, you know, every Tuesday. But typically we do $20 Tuesdays, so you can count on it more often than not. What's up, Rich? Yeah, usually we do a $20 Tuesday tournament. It's free for people in our Discord server. Winner gets $20, single elimination. Just something to chill, play some dueling. These used to be double elimination, but what I found is that they would often go to like midnight or later. And now that they've gotten bigger, like now consistently they're over 20 people, you cannot do double elimination starting at 7:30 p.m. You can't do double elimination starting at 7:30 p.m. with 20 people. That shit will go until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Easy. Find Out said, nah, I'm your biggest fan. Literally. Literally. The bird does yell at me. I haven't done my Duolingo today, so I have to, after this tournament concludes, I have to do my Duolingo for the day. I'm learning Japanese. Ooh. Decides to karma cut the grepher. That's one way of dealing with it. So the best follow-up now... The best follow-up now will be Substitute. Alright, it's going to be hard to follow up with Substitute now, unless he has two, which is possible. Oh no, shot. I just went to Japan in July and loved it. Want to go back already. Yeah, Japan is amazing. Although I will say, going in July, I would never because of the heat and the humidity. But I love Japan so much that I'd still say, like, you know, if you can go to Japan, go to Japan. But that fucking heat and humidity is no joke. It's like going to Orlando in July. Like, I would just advise against it. But May, when I went this year, I went in May. I went May 1st to May 15th. and that was literally perfect weather. It was like California. It was 70 degrees every day. The highest I think it got was like 78 or something. It didn't really rain. I think we had one day where it rained, and it wasn't like, it was never a torrential downpour or anything like that. It was just like, oh, it's just a cool little spritz, which honestly I welcome in May. Yeah, I was annoyed by that too, Ryan. We played against a Lightsworn player, which I swear to God, we play against Lightsworn every single time we do Master and Disaster somehow. It's weird because Lightsworn in tournaments, I do not feel like I play against it often. But then, like, you fucking play one Dueling book rando, and it's just Lightsworn every, like, people love that deck on DB. And yeah, we are pretty close to the 10K haircut. I was looking at that today. I literally was staring at the subscriber count today, like, wait a second. This is like, it's actually becoming quite serious. Would 4-round Swiss be too long versus single elimination? No top cut, but at least everyone gets a couple duels in. So that would be around 4 hours because each round is going to be like 50 minutes. It could finish faster if the people like finish faster. The thing is though, let me think about that, because that might be possible because the person going undefeated would still end up winning the tournament, right? And that's what happens in this anyway. So I could do a Swiss thing. I could flirt with that idea. I could try that 1 week. I'm not opposed to it. Like, I personally don't really care. The one thing I do like about double and single elimination tournaments is that tiebreakers don't matter. Everyone is on the exact same playing field. It's like either you win or you lose, and if you lose, you're just out. If you lose in a single elimination, if you lose twice in a double elimination, you're just out. You have a guaranteed first, second, third place without having to wonder like, oh, like my tiebreakers kind of fucked me. It's like, no, that doesn't matter. Did you win or did you lose? Yeah, I guess I'll be shaving my head. It looks like we will reach 10K in the fall for sure. Like that is for sure happening. 10K is on the way. Did I fix Jet 2? It still sounds a little weird. Oh, does it even?
Bruh. Another one.
Right now it's not even. Hold on. Something might be wrong with the file.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save up to £240 for a family of 4. Don't miss out. Book now with Jet 2 holidays. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now...
Bruh.
Okay. So, like, the Jet 2 thing, I don't know. It still sounds kind of bad. I did try to fix it, though. Like, I genuinely did try. But I feel like... So, when I was troubleshooting the Jet 2 holiday thing, I realized that because it comes in at such a low volume to start, I think that my noise gate is at odds with it, and I refuse to turn my noise gate off because my noise gate helps to not, like, you guys don't have to hear me typing. You guys don't have to hear like every little thing around me. Like if, I don't know, if I inhale really deep, because, you know, I do breathe really hard, that doesn't get picked up as much. So I think the noise gate just conflicts with that particular sound, but all the other sounds sound fine. Like the swallowed up sounds fine. Another one, you know, all of that stuff is fine. Where's Stango? He just won his first major tournament. Congrats to the legend. Indeed. Stango might be streaming his own, because he streams on Twitch. So there's a chance that he's streaming right now. I think I can see his activity. Or he's asleep. The champ might be sleeping right now. But I'm very happy. We're actually having Stango on the channel, on the podcast this week, because he just won a major, he won the biggest tournament for Rivals 2 ever. Like, period. He does not play Smash anymore. He used to. You know, plays Rivals of Aether 2. You gotta add, I'm talking about in it. It's crazy you're about to hit 10K subs for making content on a retro format like Edison. I love it. Yeah, it is. It is actually kind of crazy. If you look at how many videos on the channel, though, it is an incredible amount of videos. Like, I think there's 1,000 videos. I think it counts shorts, though, and there's like well over 100 of those. It also might count the podcast, which I technically don't count those as like videos because they're literally just being pushed through by our hosting website. Like, our podcast is really on Spotify and Apple and Amazon and all those things, but it gets pushed through to YouTube by default. So you just get like the audio. It's not really a video. It's just like the audio from the podcast. And I think it counts those too. But if you take out the podcast episodes, which are like 250 episodes, you take out the shorts, I would say there's well over 500 actual videos of like real content on this channel, which is crazy because we didn't start making YouTube content until 2023, I think. Maybe at the end of 2022 when me and Stango first did Mastering the People. That was the first time we made Yu-Gi-Oh content, and I realized that like people actually wanted that. I should specify wanted that from me because there was already people doing YouTube, like Edison YouTube content, but once I started doing it as well, I was like, oh, people actually like this, and surprisingly people like my personality, or not. My personality is very, you know, abrasive, crass, that type of thing. That means I've watched over 500 hours of Fraser Smith. Yes, the watch hours on the channel are really high. We just passed like over 2,500,000 views. I think I just got some like weird reward thing, or not reward, but like award thing by YouTube that said your channel passed 2.5 million views and all that good stuff. Some of the old videos are funny to me. I always go back to the Evil Hero video is one of my, like, is me and Stango playing Evil Heroes, and that shit does not go well. And I literally edited the video to where it starts with me being pissed off, which is taken from like the end of the video, but I put it in the intro just to like, you know, make it interesting from the beginning. That video is still one of my absolute favorites on the channel. That shit is so funny. I listened to it the other day and I was talking to Sting. I was like, yo, this was unhinged. Does that mean we get a pizza party? Pizza party! Your long videos are super chill to watch. I watch them after work. I work 10 hours every day. Okay, yeah. That's exactly what my content is designed for too. I always tell people, you can put the podcast or the videos on in the background while you do other stuff like workouts, sort cards. If you're just chilling, if you're just doing like some mundane task. That's what I do personally in my personal life. Like when I'm working, I put on podcasts and things like that that are just kind of background noise. You're the best because of the regular videos. Master and Disaster, Teach Me How to Cook are the best series. Thank you, Swap. We have a really good Teach Me How to Cook tomorrow with Mr. Z, who created the Remove Brainwashing deck. And I like that deck a lot. I don't know what else. I'm so shocked at myself because the younger Fraser, like the 20-year-old Fraser, would have been like, this is a filthy casual type deck and never would have given it a shot or even thought about it. But the content version of myself, the older version, I love it. Like, it's fun. And this is not going to go well because anytime somebody returns just a Greffer, they have ill intent. Dark Arm is in the graveyard though. So this is like fully a hybrid Blackwing deck. Looking at it. Double Shura. Yeah, a lot of truck drivers are also into the podcast. Like I've had people I met or who I just know when I see them at like regionals or events, they tell me that they drive for a living and they listen to the podcast. And then I had some guy's wife come up to me and tell me how much her husband loved the podcast. They listen to it when he drives her to work in the morning, and then they listen to it a second time when he picks her up and they drive back home or something like that. So I was really appreciative of that too. I was like, damn, you guys listen to every episode twice. And they were like, basically, that's just crazy. So stuff like that is cool. What is happening? Okay, we got ourselves a Darken. Darken. Could you imagine if Darken was basically unobtainable in Edison? Like Value and Black Wings would be pretty significantly worse, actually. Like, I don't know how they would break the dupe lock. Well, Black Wings with Icarus Attack, but Value would have a much harder time without this specific play that they do. Honestly, like every match, I feel like every set this monster gets summoned. This monster gets summoned in every single set that Value plays. At some point, this fucker comes out. I feel like if this card, you know, in 2010 it was a prize card, so you could not, like, everyone didn't just have a Darkened Dragon. This is one of those interesting things I just randomly think about sometimes. Like, we kind of take it for granted because it's just a part of the format. Okay, so there's a Value and an Arm Wing. We're Kaiusing back row. Okay, we got the 2-for-1. Okay, so now Churro has no cards. If there's a Miracle Fusion, okay, there we go, that's game. Is there a Gardener? Okay, there's a Gardener, but like, if I'm being completely honest, I do not see him coming out of this one. Back in the day, Value was just a magical merchant deck. That's funny. The videos you make just talking random Yu-Gi-Oh topics like Aoi and Rush Hour are really good background videos. Exactly. And they're like, they fall under more of a podcasty type of thing. I gotta focus and watch the Dueling videos. Yeah, Dueling is definitely harder to like listen to per se. All right, I'm gonna say we're going to game 3, guaranteed. I'll be very surprised if we're not going to game 3 here. And don't forget, we have the 1K this weekend, this Saturday. So for anyone in a party member or higher tier, party member, main character, optional boss, any of those tiers, you are allowed to play in that tournament. It is a $1,000 tournament, so first place is 400. I actually need to work out the math for the rest of the places, because let me move a window over here. I have a prize breakdown thing, but I never did it out to like top 8. And I think I want to do top 8 this tournament. Like top 8 gets prize is what I'm saying. I usually do like top 4 max, but let me see what it looks like if I were to do top 8. So I know I want it. So we have $1,000. I know first place is getting 40%. I knew that part. How can I do this? So first and second, okay. Third and fourth is basically one, like they're getting the same thing because, and then fifth and eighth is getting the same. First place 1K, just savage everybody. The winner gets everything. That would be rough. Okay, we are in game 3 though. Card Trooper is going to try to mill twice. I hate this monster. What do we got here? Player A activates AoE to respond to player B's torrential. Player A sends calls E or Ocean. Player B changes the Crow to vanish. E or Ocean does AoE resolve. Yes. Nothing stops the station. Yeah, DD Crow does not stop spiritual water art. That is not a thing. That is not a thing. So that's 60, 70, 80. Whoops. Okay, equals sum. Look at that, that's 100. Nice. Nice. It goes down to 11. Okay, so I think I just worked it out. I think I just worked this out. The prize pool breakdown for the 1K. So, yeah, okay. So here we go. We have this. So first, as promised, is going to be 40%. So 400. Second, 200. And then we have third and fourth, same thing. They're getting 100 each. And then the bottom of top 8 get 50 each. So this is our split, which I'm pretty happy with. Just wanted to put that together real quick. I can also paste this in my server so they have it. And then I'll go back to the duel. All right, who's getting creamed here? Who's getting creamed? We got a Vayu with a lot of powerful cards engraved. Dushu, DDV, Mirror Force, a Blizzard. Who's gonna win? That's for the duels to decide. But yeah, first place, $400 is fucking crazy to just be playing Yu-Gi-Oh in your house or on the beach. I mean, you could play on the beach since it is an online tournament. There are some online calculators for prizing payouts. Really? Catester or Android? That is an Android. Okay, no DDV, I'm assuming. Just gonna gain some life. This game is actually, like, frogs have more cards right now, but not so much more that I would feel safe yet. Heavy to Torrential. That's a good hit. So Mirror Force and Torrential are gone. Now it just comes down to how much gas does Chaos Hexer have? I am an accountant and I do use Excel a lot. Although Google Sheets is no Excel. it's enough to get done what I need to get done for like basic shit. But if I wanted to really like get in my bag, I would open up actual Excel. But I like having this because it's web-based and I can just like, I mean, there are versions of Excel that are also web-based, but then I have to sign, like my license is through my company, so I'm not about to be on that. Okay, so a dupe block, which honestly isn't gas. That's not the kind of gas I was... This is very tame. Although he did thin his deck out, so now there's Miracle Fusions and Monarchs. Okay. Are we tributing for Sirocco? Okay, that goes through. Now here's the fun part. What are we doing with this dupe frog? I do not code. Okay, tribute for Sirocco. That's exactly what I thought. I don't know why I could randomly feel that that was what was going to happen. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be Gale or Blizzard or Plague Splitter Zombie. It was always going to be Sirocco. And this Sirocco represents a lot because he has 2 values engraved. So right now, Churro's top priority should be banishing this thing. Yep, there you go. So right now, Churro still hasn't found a way to get Vayu live. And yeah, things are going... That's a lot of traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 traps. And Card Trooper did mill some of them, I think, in the beginning. Maybe like a Deep Prison got milled. Maybe a Bottomless and a Deck Devi. Soul Exchange Caius is nice. I like Soul Exchange Caius. It literally removes all of your opponent's aggression. Like, all of it. Just one turn is all gone. Also now, Chaos Hexer has life points and card advantage, which is usually the breaking point of when frogs start to like completely dominate the game. And obviously it's not exclusive to frogs that they win when they have life points and advantage, but frogs are really good at doing the advantage part, but sometimes the life point part is where it can get sketchy because it usually gets beat down. Right now he has both. So this is going to be summon an arm wing. Now what else is coming? Because this is not enough by itself. Like this only deals with alias. So where and brain control is gone. Yeah, Chaos Hexer's in a great spot. He's still top decking all good cards. The frogs are all gone. Every card he draws from here on out is going to be pretty significant, whether it be a Monarch or God forbid a Miracle Fusion right now. Like a Miracle Fusion seals it. Yeah, another Monarch. $724 is exact game? Oh, I thought this... No, this was... Huh. I mean, he could have just attacked, right? Am I tripping? This is 700. He beat a 24. I mean, I guess it's stylish to do Lightning Vortex. But in reality, there's no reason to play into a Gores here. Okay. Anywho. Let's see who else is dueling. So... Hydro Pump is playing right now. I kind of want to watch Hydro Pump, not gonna lie. He might be on the end of his duel. Yes, Hydro Pump with the Devil. That's GG, isn't it? Yep, okay. Alright, well, we got to see Hydro Hydro coming in win. If you soul exchange an absolute zero, does it kill the Caius? Yes. Spore versus D is happening. I do like watching some Spore gameplay. You know, Kenny and I just recorded a video with Spore's deck yesterday. Oh god. Oh, it's not this one though. Oh wait, this is, holy shit. The tables have turned. Spore's back on Gigavice, but he's up against X-Sabers. So last week, Spore won the tournament with an with a cat deck. That's why I thought this was Spore at first, but this is fucking... This is crazy. Game 3? From cat. Let me get that. Summon cat, cat good. Summon cat, cat good. Yeah, we played Garden Cat. So you'll see that video next week, next Tuesday. The turns have tabled. Thought long and hard about that. Ooh, a tribute for Gigaplant. I was about to say, if you don't get rid of the Catastor, he can make a level 8 next turn with that. But now got him Z-Call or something. Something's about to go down. Okay, okay. It's time for a Yugioh. Did you know you can summon Golems with 3 Air Yeah, Golems is one of the only Synchro monsters in the past anyway. I don't know what they're doing in Modern. But at this time in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can use multiple tuners to make Golems, which is strange. To this day, I still don't know if that was like intentional, but Golems has one of the weirdest summoning conditions at this time in Yu-Gi-Oh. You can use multiple tuners to make Golems. Yeah, like but it never got eroded, right? Like Gotham still works like that. So on one hand, it's like, I guess it is intentional, but because in Japan, I mean, the card came out in Japan first. So I assume that it was the same way in Japan. It's just weird. It's very weird that Gothams can use multiple tuners. I always thought that was weird. I always thought it was a typo. Just the same way Goyo Guardian seems like a typo. I feel like Goyo Guardian was never meant to be a generic synchro. I think that they were intending it to be like you need to use Earth to make Goyo Guardian, because nothing about Goyo Guardian makes sense. Those stats, that effect, like the star level, everything about Goyo is ridiculous, especially in 08 when it came out. There's a new synchro deck that got released today that uses only tuners. What the fuck? Yeah, Modern, I'm sure by now they've done everything. Like now in Modern, you can do double tuners and all types of weird shit. But back in my day, when Synchros first came out, Golems was the only one. Golems was the only one where you could just use 2 tuners. Oh, skill drain. I did not see that one coming. What's your favorite synchro monster? I think it's just Trishula. I've won so many sets at YCS's, like at a high level, and at nationals with Trishula back in the day. I just love resolving that monster's effect. The dopamine rush I get when I go summon Trishula effect, and then my opponent takes their hand and puts it on the table and spreads it. That feeling was like sex to me in the 2010s. Like that shit felt like crack. Just summoning Trishula and my opponent shuffling their hand and then putting it face down on the table and spreading it. And then I grab their graveyard and I just rip them apart. Banish that, banish that, banish that, attack over that, you lose the game. I don't think I've ever really lost when I summon Trishula. So I have very fond memories of Trishula. I've also Trishula people multiple times on their turn with Formula Synchron is another fond memory. Yes, Trishula. I think Trishula is just like my favorite synchro, and it's one of the most iconic synchros I think in Yu-Gi-Oh's history too. Do y'all think that Skill Drain is a good card in current Edison? I like to main it in Dragons as a power card, but I don't know if I am good enough to assess it. Skill Drain is good. Skill Drain is a good card. Full stop. It is one of the cards that no one wants to play against, really. Like if anyone's playing a deck, right? You don't want to play like if your deck is not a Skill Drain deck, you don't want to play against Skill Drain because it literally trivializes your entire deck, no matter what it is. The only decks that are like kind of okay going against it is probably Blackwing because they can play under it pretty well, but even still, like it comes at a cost of now no Blizzards, no pumping with Sirocco, no Gale Having, no Shura summoning. Like it still hurts them, but it's not as bad because they are a beatdown deck at the end of the day, so you need to be bigger. Dragons I think are one of the best decks to play Skill Drain if any deck is going to play it. It's always sus when Hero Beat plays Skill Drain because Hero Beat cannot deal with defense mode monsters that have like 1900 defense or more. So it could be hard for Hero Beat decks, which often are the decks that like to play Skill Drain. But Dragons have no problem breaking through any fucking monster when Skill Drain's on the field. There's nothing that is stopping Dragons from coming in. So I think in that way, it makes sense in Dragons to be able to play that card. Like I don't have a problem with it. I think it's kind of ignorant to like use Red Med, bring out a big guy, and then your opponent tries to do something to crack back, which is always going to use some kind of monster effect, and you're just like Skill Drain. And now I still have a 2800 and whatever Red Med brought out, whether it be Blue Eyes, Prime Material, whatever. I still think Dragons as a whole are slept on in this format. I don't think that we give Dragons like the respect that they actually deserve. But I genuinely think Dragons are one of the best decks in the format. And this has been kind of like proven through results because Dragons don't have a high representation in tournaments, but they perform in tournaments really well when they do get entered. Like this year we saw a Dragon player, we had him on a channel, was playing his DEI Dragon deck, but he went undefeated in Swiss with Dragons, like 8-0. And I like this build because it breaks through the dupe block with Dandelion and Debris Dragon and stuff like that. They also have an auto win. They have Future Fusion, which is like, it's really hard to lose with that card. Like the win rate, if you open Future Fusion or you see Future Fusion and it resolves, has to be incredibly high for that. Somebody get Red Gadget to do a video or something. But the win rate has to be really high when you Future Fusion with Dragon. So I like that it has an auto win. I like that it has Dark Arm Dragon, which is like another auto win in a way. It gets to play like a lot of the best cards. It kind of gets to play, like Vayu has a lot of the best cards in the format, and so do Dragon decks, but people just kind of don't look at them the same. It's funny because Dragons actually beat Vayu to like the Dragon decks that play like a Hamster Echo Kaius engine typically just beat Vayu decks because they are playing the bigger monsters. So when it comes down to like your Armwing versus my Red Med, you're just going to lose. Ooh. I think you can do slash banish hand. If you're watching this, I mean, it's probably too late now, but if you're watching this, Vincent, you can do slash banish hand and it will do what you are doing right now, but easier. This is a lot of fucking traps. God damn, he came to the mirror match like, don't vanities fiend me, bro. That's what this is. This is like, you will not vanities fiend me under any circumstances. So he gets rid of Swap Frog. It's already sent Treeborn Frog. This is interesting. Mass Dragon is just awful. Dragon Turbo has consistency problems. Install Dragons has problems with Future Fusion being fragile. Yeah, I do not like Mass Dragon. You will not find me playing a deck with a real recruiter like Mass Dragon. I cannot play a deck like that in a tournament. I can play it for a video, but in a tournament setting, there's no fucking way I'm entering with Mass Dragon in my deck. I'm sorry. I just think recruiters, I think we've all accepted that like recruiters are just kind of not good in Edison. Like they're just not. Like all of them, Tomato, Pyramid Turtle, Shining Angel, Nova Summoner, they're fucking not good. D-Prison is the most common play card in the entire format. Caius is like the most commonly played monster next to Raikou, and all three of the cards I just named, D-Prison, Raikou, and Caius happen to deal with recruiters. So like it is extremely hard for recruiters to even get their effect off because people don't attack into them anymore. Like no one's dumb. So unless you're playing like somebody who's really new to the format, that shit's not getting attacked. It's getting D-Prison, Caius to Raikou. And that's not even to mention the other problems with them. Like the fact that they all get DDV'd because they all have stats that get DDV'd. So they all just get DDV'd too. Like recruiters are bad.
Nah, son, that recruiter's going through.
What's up, Stengo? How's it going, champ?
Hello.
Everyone wish Stengo congratulations with me on he just won the biggest Rivals of Aether 2 tournament over the weekend at Supernova. Stengo for winning that event. That was really awesome. So you got second place at Evo 2 weeks ago. And then this past weekend, you just won your first major tournament, which is crazy. Also, Cave, shut up with this fucking Zaborg, bro. I cannot believe you put this in your deck again. We did, so for people who don't know, Cave is my friend Steven, and we did a Teach Me How to Cook video like a week ago. It's been like a week, I think. Anyway, we did a Teach Me How to Cook video, and he was playing like Zaborg in his frog deck, and I was like, absolutely not. And the first duel, you're going to get to see exactly why I hate Zaborg. Like immediately, it just immediately shows its ass. But,
turn on your camera, by the way.
Oh yeah. What are you doing? You sound like you're kind of far.
I was looking away. You should hear me now, right?
Yeah, no, I hear you. You just sounded like you were in a distant dream.
What a thrill. Damn, Kai's seen back row. We all up in that.
He must have a hand on my, like he just has gas. So when you have gas, you just do what you want. You do what you want when you're popping, you know?
Oh, yes, we hit the right one.
That is the right one. So he also Spiritual Water Arted and saw his hand, and it was like 4 traps. It was like D-Prison, Regeki Break, Mirror Force, and Torrential. So he's just weeding through all of the traps. And it made
deck. Oh, okay. Okay, it's game 2. I was
It's
about to
game
say, I
2.
was like, main deck Crow?
He also Spiritual Water Arted and discarded Swap Frog, which I thought was weird at the time, but I didn't want to say what I realized is that he was doing it obviously because of DD Crow. Because he got rid of his Swap Frog after Treeborn was already in the graveyard, but like if you're doing that, it blatantly does telegraph that like, oh, you plan to get rid of the Treeborn in the graveyard then.
Yep. Now, who the fuck is this duck on this fucking alt art 1-for-1? Who the hell was that?
I don't know, man.
No one knows who that is.
I was gonna say Sonic Duck, but that is just not Sonic Duck. I don't know what that is. Oh, here we go with the Vanity's Fiend. Is the
Oh no, not the Vanity's Fiend mini game.
Yeah. Now I believe Vincent does have a Regeki Break. Oh, we're about to see his hand again. Vincent, if you don't mind, can somebody please type that hand out in chat or something? Somebody put that hand somewhere that I want us to all know. Can we all know?
I want y'all players to act like you've been on a stream before.
Right. Oh, it's Sonic Chick. So I was close. Christia sometimes just sits in your hand. Red Mat is almost always live if you draw. This is a conversation that I often have with people. I don't know why people think that Christia is the best boss monster in the format. I don't think Christia is top 3 boss monsters in the format. And that's because Christia is not easy to get out because you have to play bad cards to play Christia. Whereas Dark Arm Dragon, which I think is by far the best boss monster in the entire format, and I don't think it's close. I do not think it's even remotely close. I think Dark Arm is by far the best boss monster in the format. You can debate your mirror or your grandmother. You will not debate me. But Dark Arm is by far the best boss monster in this format. First of all, you get to play literally the best fucking attribute. All the cards in the format that are good are already dark. Like, dark is just the best attribute in Yu-Gi-Oh! So you get to play the best attribute, and he goes in so many decks, and when he comes down, unlike Christia, when he comes down, the game is over. Like, if Red Gadget made a video of how often Dark Arm comes down and how often the game then ends from that point in the favor of the person who summoned Dark Arm successfully, it is extremely high. Like, something outrageous, I bet. Like, Dark Arm is that card. I don't think Christia is close to Dark Arm. I genuinely don't. Christia gets outed by literally every fucking trap that is playable, and it doesn't have any like built-in protection or anything like that. Like, it just comes out, and D Prison's at 3, Bottomless is at 2. People love that card. I'm not saying Christie is bad. I just don't think that it's as good as like people often say like, oh, Christie's the best boss monster in the format. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just not. Oh,
ooh!
I was wondering where it was going.
Now, speaking of the other top 3 boss monster,
right? This is a top 3 boss monster right here. This is absolutely a top 3 boss monster in the format. This fucking thing is ridiculous. This
so my opinion is,
ridiculous.
I think it's Dark Arm, Zero, and JD, and I think Zero's over JD because I think Zero is just played in better decks.
Yeah, I think that is a fact. I mean, I have the top 3 decks.
Zero's just played in a better deck.
Yeah, Zero's played in this deck, which is literally, in my opinion, the best deck in the format. And even if you don't agree with me, you have to know that it's top 3 decks in the format. Top 2, really.
Ooh, you spin me right.
The problem is he's at 1,000. There's 2 swap frogs. Oh, okay, he has his own. I was about to say.
Oh, well, he's got contingencies.
He does. They are now top decking some of the best cards in the format. So this is. Did I ever do my top deck tier list? Because like Miracle Fusion is like the best top deck in the format.
Can I see an econ for game?
Econ or brain control, yeah. We know whatever he outs this with, he drew it though. Junk Synchron?
Junk Synchron doesn't clean out it, but it does kill it.
It does.
It does kill it, and we get 300 damage.
Can he do the play I'm thinking of, or is his life too low?
What, to like fucking army arm?
Yeah, I think his life is too low.
Yeah, I don't think that's
because he could army arm and then equip to this guy. The problem is he has water monsters, so
that Zero is fucking large as shit if he does some shit like that.
Yeah, it goes up 1,000 by just equipping, so it goes to 3,500, and then if you summon a swap frog and attack into it, it goes up to fucking 4,000. So that's not on the table. We probably just have to out it, a regular way. And I mean, there are things to do here. I don't want to say too much. Okay, so this is right. 7, 8. I'm a little. I'm not really seeing anything here.
Yeah, being played in a better deck doesn't intrinsically make it a better boss monster, but the fact that Light Swarms.
No, it does though. I disagree. Being in a better deck does make the card better. Like when you're talking about the card, You have to talk about how the card actually gets used. Like, you can't just like ignore the part where it says 4 Lightsworn monsters with different names. You cannot ignore the part where it says play 4 fairies in your deck and fairies fucking suck. You cannot ignore the part where it says put DDV targets in your deck that don't have any value at all. They just get DDV'd and they loot. Like, you cannot ignore that part. That is like ridiculous. So you do have to include that part in the card being good. Like, there are, I don't know, fucking good cards for Harpies or something, but they're Harpies, so they suck because they're fucking played. You need Harpies to use them.
I kind of want to see the end of this duel, and then I gotta boogie out for a little bit.
Where you going?
I gotta. Oh, you just bouncing back up.
Yeah.
I gotta do a little meeting, potentially a little sponsor thing.
Oh, good. I hope that goes well. This is game.
That's game.
So I think what he had to do there is just when he summons Junk Synchron, bring back swap, bounce Treeborn into hand, make Cataster attack, kill the thing, pass open field. Because now you cannot kill me with a Monarch unless you have another card to put on the field. And you need to draw something.
I mean, you could also you could probably argue Goyo as well, because Goyo, you're not going to make another Synchro for the rest of the game.
Yeah, but Goyo requires you to use the Treeborn and the swap and the Junk Synchron. So you're doing what, 300 damage to do that? I don't like that.
Yeah, but your field is cleared the way. It gets brain control out of the way, and on top of the fact that it does, because he is at 1,000, right? So he'd be at 9/8. Yeah, he'd be at 700 after the fact.
Yeah, that part doesn't matter. Did you hear the part where I'm bouncing a Treeborn to my hand, or did you disregard that?
Oh, right. Because that does kind of make sense since he has double swap in his hand.
Yes,
he can actually use that Treeborn.
It matters
to make it useful there.
Yep, it absolutely matters. It's like the little things like that, like just using your cards most efficiently. Okay.
All right.
This is an unfortunate series of events right here. You opening up Treeborn, which is like a slow hand, and then your opponent opening up the 1 Prodigy into Caius, which is like, oh, okay. Like, I'm getting... All right. We're taking big damage.
Water Art is such an interesting card in a situation like this, because you're just already so down bad.
Yep, and the crazy part is he drew that Water Art, because if he had Water Art with the Treeborn Frog, we already know what would happen, right?
Did you cut out?
Did
I saw
I?
you speaking. I didn't hear anything you just said.
Oh,
I saw you talking.
I was saying he drew Water Art.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, because he would have just dodged.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to set Treeborn and Water Art.
Yeah, so this is kind of an unfortunate thing too.
Vortex down, interesting.
Yeah, so he has plans to do something next turn. I'm guessing he's going to Miracle Fusion next turn. But on this turn, he's going to take some damage. So Vincent has a pretty aggressive hand here. Vincent's hand was like Toad, 1-for-1, and Caius.
I guess also the last thing to make note of, JD and Zero, one monster is at 3, the other is at 2. So it's like the actual like additional thing to it is that Dark Arm being so just splashable in anything that plays dark, even it being at 1 is just better for that. Versus like you need to get 4 different names in the grave and you can only play 2 copies of it. So even if you're all set up with 4 names, you could be waiting forever to draw it. That extra copy of Miracle Fusion just makes it like more accessible on top of that. My man is down horrendously right now. Because like funnily enough, even if he does like Miracle Fusion here, the other guy could just draw Miracle Fusion right now and then just Kai is his 0 away, and then just kill him.
So something is happening right now. So he bounced the Caius, and then so I guess his hand is double Caius, right?
Yeah. So if he just draws Miracle, he just kills through almost anything.
Yeah.
This is an unfortunate game 3. Fader? Okay. Sure.
Really?
Kai's his own dupe. Yep.
Yeah. Take the game shot.
You know, it'd be funny actually if he went like double dupe attack, and it's like Kai's burn himself. That'd be a funny way to 2-turn clock him.
Yeah, that does actually
in a trolly way.
Yeah, that actually does work. Like I'll burn for 1,000 this turn, and then next turn I'll burn for 1,000. I think I would have did exactly this though, because I don't. Like,
yeah, you put him on that. I just looked at his life points. I was like, funnily enough, he could be a troll and
right.
just try to burn him out the game.
Okay, so we have Anthony Japov, and
all right, I'm gonna boogie out, but I might be back later.
All right, see you later.
Peace.
Okay, so I think this is. Okay. I think the person named D never recorded their loss to Spore. All right, let me take care of that. So where are we at now? So Spore is playing against the big win. Cave, okay. So Cave has to report. And then, so it's going to be Chaos versus Kramer is happening. All right. So we're in, this is top 8 now, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, top 8. Top 8. You know what these tournaments are good for? So if you ever make it to top cut, this is top cut of a tournament. It's single elimination, right? So if you know, if you play in a top 16, this is kind of a simulation of like a top 16. You have to play 4 rounds, and if you win all 4 rounds, you win a tournament. You can end up winning a major that way. If you think about top 8, it's like top 8 of an Ultimate Time Wizard or whatever. Any cool deck / tech so far? We did see some X-Saber action, but then he got put down by Gigavice. I mean, whatever this is first of all, he's playing, is this Senju? This is Senju, yeah. So whatever this is, Like, you need 7 crystal beasts with different names to summon a worse monster than that. That is some sad shit. Yeah, that is pretty bad. Demise, King of Armageddon. Honestly, Demise, I feel like Demise should be better in Edison. It's not hard to summon because Advanced Ritual Art is in this format, if I'm not mistaken. Preparation of Rites, I think, is at 3. And he's an 8-star, so you get to play, I don't know, a myriad of 8-star normal monsters, probably Blue Eyes or something, but... Ritual fairies are for sure vaporware. Props to that player. Not vaporware. Were you playing when the Demise deck was one of the better decks? Yes, I was a young teenager, and I remember Demise was actually like, I think it was the best deck at one point, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like just straight up Demise, metamorphosis into like Cyber Twin Dragon, I think is what people were doing, and just killing you, or like Megamorph and shit like that. I had no idea about what it meant to be good at Yu-Gi-Oh! At that time, though. I was like, yeah, I was very young, and I just did not understand that people were on another level until I went to my first Shonen Jump Championship, and I saw like Jerry Wang and those guys playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, oh my god, the way I'm looking at their hand and I'm looking at what they're doing, and they didn't do a single thing that I would have done. And that's when I started to realize, like, holy shit, there's like levels to this. And I thought that I was good already. It wasn't even close. But that was probably the spark that like made me want to actually become good at the game. Once I got humbled, because I also did terrible at that tournament. Like I went like X3. I was X3 by like round 5. Like I was like 2 and 3 or some shit. Like I just did awful. God damn. God damn. Alright, well, there will be no Demise this game. No paying for it anyway. Honestly, that's a win condition in itself. Like, just knock you down to 500, and every Caius's game, Unifrog is a 2-turn clock. Like, there's so many win conditions for frogs from this point. Frogs and their multiple win conditions. And you're drawing a card that I assume got spun to the top of the deck. Maybe that sends you. So, yeah, this is not looking great. It's crazy because I feel like a lot of this came from, and not to say that he'd misplayed or anything, but this came from attacking with the 1400 monster. So then your opponent drops Gores, and you don't have a way to like deal with a Gores' aggression because Gores is 4100 points of damage. Sometimes that attack is not worth it. Like even in the Frog Mirror, sometimes when like people just poke with Swap Frog, sometimes you gotta be like, yo, my hand cannot handle a Gores right now. Even though the token is 1000, that token might become Vanity's Fiend, that token might be used for Substitute, like, and then you're just taking a shit ton of damage. If you can't actually deal with Gores, it might not be worth the 14 or the 1000 that you're doing, but hand evaluation is one of the hardest skills to have in this game. Just like evaluating what your hand can do and cannot deal with. Do you remember what deck you were playing at a tournament? So my first SJC, I'm pretty sure, was SJC Philly 2005. So I was probably playing Chaos because that was the deck I'm pretty sure at the time. Like some kind of Chaos deck. Like Chaos Return or something, like Chaos Sorcerers or whatever. And I thought I was so good because I would beat everybody at my locals. Like I was good on a local level. I could beat all my friends and stuff like that. Then I went to that tournament and like I was just losing. Yo, had a 13-hour day. Wanted to stop by and say what's up. Looking forward to Saturday. Y'all have a great evening. Are you playing Saturday Enraged? Freed. Oh, nice. Enraged is playing in the 1K. And we do have the split here for... I'm just going to put this on the screen real quick. But we do have the prize pool breakdown for the 1K. So this is what it's looking like. So everybody in top 8 will get some cash. First and second obviously being the most, so that's where you want to end up. Yeah, between top 4, there's $800. Like just top 4 alone is $800 of like most of the cash is being given to top 4, which makes sense because tournaments are top heavy. Shit, if you go to a Konami event, you don't even get anything past top 3. Okay, so this duel is over. I kind of want to continue this storyline. See Chaos Hexer continue to go through bracket with his Hero Frog deck. Yeah, Ruin with Honest is ruinous. I had to shuffle things around, but I made it happen. I'm glad, Enraged. I'm genuinely glad you're getting to play in the tournament because I do want people who like actually have been, you know, supporting for a while to be able to play. Like that is part of the goal. Obviously, I don't care who plays. Like anybody who joins the Patreon and everything, you guys can play too. But a lot of people have been on the Patreon for a while, so definitely want you guys, most of you guys, to be able to actually play in the tournament if you so choose. I remember when you told a story about a pro who pro set heavy with other cards in an awful hand to completely change how you viewed the game when you were younger. Yes, that was Adam Korn. I watched Adam Korn set, I'm pretty sure it was either double reckless or triple reckless or something like that. I saw a couple things. I saw a couple wild things. I've definitely seen like set heavy, set Rhoda, set like something else that doesn't even really do anything, and then on their like draw for turn, flip up Rhoda, search, flip up another thing, and then activate Heavy Storm, and I'm like, holy shit. And the opponent like matched their back row, so they set 3 as well. I've seen that, but I've also seen Adam just do like set reckless, heavy, but you can just not set the heavy, but he set the heavy anyway. His opponent matched his back rows, set 3, and he went draw, reckless, heavy, and just... This is when he went undefeated in Swiss at Nationals, by the way. This is when he played that anti-GB deck. I don't remember what the name of that deck was called, but it was like a Monarch deck that played Mask of Darknesses and shit like that. And he just cooked. He just absolutely fucking cooked. And because I got eliminated, Cornarch, that's what it was. Because I got eliminated from that tournament so early, like I was out of that Nationals quick. I sucked for a long time. I got to watch Adam, and he was my favorite player at the time. So I went to like where because he was at table 1, he was undefeated. So I got to watch him just play several rounds, and seeing him just beat people was like, holy shit, this guy is insane. Or this kid who's, you know, we were both kids at that time, especially. I was like, he's fucking insane. I've seen Jerry Wang do some interesting stuff too. It's more physical stuff that Jerry Wang would do that it always just tripped me out, like watching him play. Like he would do a lot of physical mind games with his opponent that I thought were very interesting. I don't really implement stuff like that in my personal gameplay. I just play. But Steve Silverman, Jerry Wang, some of those guys have like physical manipulation that is very terrifying. And I grew up around Steve Silverman, so like I've had to play against him a lot in my youth, and it is not pleasant because not only is he a good player, not only is he lucky, but he also just says and does things that like manipulate you. I don't know how else to put it. And there are a few people who can like do stuff like that and be effective. After a while, I learned like, okay, this is how I deal with that. But when I was younger and I first started like running into people like that, like him, I was like, this is not, I do not like this feeling. Like I do not like this feeling. Like for example, King Ray, Silverman would set a back row, and he would check life, set a back row, and then he would say, "I'm pretty sure this is game." So he'd set a back row after saying that out loud, and then pass to you, and then like his opponent would make a play, and then he would just like torrential them or something, or like mirror force them, and they would lose. And it is fucking wild because it's like nothing about that makes sense. But it fucks with your head. Like it really it is not obvious. It is absolutely not obvious. Like he has some better ones, but I don't even want to say them on stream if I'm being honest. Like Silverman has this one really atrocious, he just like ruined a national champion. I'll just say that I'm holding back, but he ruined the national champion really, really bad by just saying something, and that like a game that was unwinnable just became winnable. And I was like, you are ridiculous. Pot of Avarice and Blackwing. Yeah, I've seen it all today. There's been a lot of like trickery. There's the hybrid deck that was being played earlier, like an actual hybrid, but yeah, definitely I don't recall seeing Pot of Avarice and Blackwings before. This is definitely some shit. Some new shit. Mirror Force doesn't want to get trampled for 2600 if this is a value. Oh, he's at 1,000 now. Holy shit. Toms are rough. I wonder if it's better to just have this in attack mode. Oh, he has like Raikou and shit too. Okay, that was game one. Pot of Avarice, though, that is interesting. So he's playing like hybrid Blackwings with Pot of Avarice. Yeah, Manju was definitely on the screen earlier. Who was your favorite pro player excluding yourself? I don't really have like a favorite pro player. That's not really like a thing for me. Like when I was a kid, but not anymore. I just know too much and have seen too much and have been around too much to have like a favorite pro player at this point in my life. I recall Simon He forgetting to set Gore's token to defense because he had honestly, and that's a good one. That's actually a really good one. If you play it off the right way, like you can absolutely lure your opponent into attacking into your Gore's token, and then you honest them. I just noticed your hat. Oh, you see it? You see the hat? This is by a brand called IMNerd. They sent me a care package that included this really cool Treeborn Frog hat that says standby on it. I really like this thing. It says standby. I think it has on this side. I don't know how this is showing up on camera, but is it on this side? I think it says like anti-metal on this side. I don't know if it's showing up though, because the green screen definitely doesn't like certain colors like yellows and stuff like that. But yeah, shout out to Antimeta for sending me this hat and some other cool things. No cowboy today, no. Can't be the cowboy every day. Stratos 1 for 1. Bounce, summon Dupe Frog. Go. Oh, and we're giving it a back row. And we're giving it a back row. Oh, Blessed Bacon. Thank you for the $9.99. Okay, so again, I asked this question last stream, but like when people donate with super chats and stuff like that, do you get to choose the amount, or do they just default to like $9.99 or $4.99 for you? I'm just wondering, because $4.99 specifically, I know that it doesn't get the alert thing on the alerts that are set up on the stream, I think are set up to start at $5 or more. So when people do $4.99, it's like I see it, but it doesn't show up on the screen. Whereas like anything over $4.99 does. But I'm assuming that YouTube just like has these default options for people to click on, like $4.99, $9.99. I don't know why they don't just do whole numbers. I feel like there's no reason not to do whole numbers. They have defaults, but they have an input box too. Okay, so they do have an input box. They should just make the defaults whole numbers. I don't know why YouTube doesn't. The 99 thing is just weird to me. It's a marketing trick. There are whole numbers. People might be trolling. Mine defaults to 10 too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe there's like YouTube taking a penny off of it. I don't know. They take more than a penny, first of all. But it's one of those things I've been thinking about, because there was a time where people would donate and it would be whole numbers. It would be like so-and-so donated 5, so-and-so donated 100, so-and-so donated 20. Lately, it's been so-and-so donated $4.99 or $9.99 or $19.99. And I'm like, when did that start? But yeah, Blessed Bacon, thank you for the $10. I wish my bacon was blessed. I haven't had bacon in a little while. I kind of want a bacon, egg, and cheese now. I think I'm gonna get a bacon, egg, and cheese tomorrow. Fucking power filter, bro. Diabolical. Vincent said, I don't believe you have shit. Summon Unifrog. In. Did you see which deck got second place at EU Ultimate Time Wizard Frazier? I did not. What deck got second place? Why specifically second place too? Why not what deck got first place? The people usually care more about what got first place. So on mine, if you click anywhere on a sliding scale, it's a whole number. So it appears you have to manually put 0.99. On mobile, it's 0.99. Okay, so Blessed Bacon says it's on mobile is 0.99. Mocking the gadgets because Blackwing got first. Yeah, I mean, gadgets, we saw gadgets get third place this year. I featured a guy on the channel earlier in the year who got third place with Mocking the Gadgets. And he was playing Solidarity and stuff like that. So I'm not exactly shocked when gadgets like do well every 6 months or something. I mean, as of right now, I feel like Europe is the only place that has real Ultimate Time Wizard tournaments now, which is kind of funny. Like, not funny, but you know, funny. Gadgets are a good deck to bring to an event because they're easy to pilot for 8 rounds. That is true for people who need that crutch. But I think the best players in the format, that is not a factor in why they play Vayu or Hero Frogs or Blackwings or any of the decks that are more complicated to play than gadgets. Like, I think shit like that only matters for a small portion of the players who played this game. If you're good, you can play a Vayu Turbo or a Hero Frog deck for 8 rounds and be absolutely fine. No reason to handicap myself with a gadget deck. No shade, but all shade. Solidarity Warriors summons Mataza the Zapper. What you gonna do? I'm gonna teach you how to cook. Vincent wants this game to be over. Vincent wants to get the game 3 bad. In case y'all didn't know. Vincent wants to get the game 3 real fucking bad. My man has been like Kaiasing back rows, summoning Unifrog in the 2 back rows when he has 2 monsters on the field. I'm not saying any of these things are wrong, because clearly my man has his opponent at 400 life points. So at this point, it's like, it's working. Consistency of a deck versus some dude that lives this game pros, I still feel at a disadvantage. Consistency of a deck. I mean, you're at a disadvantage against anybody who's good at the game, right? Like, they're better than you. That is just how it works in everything ever in life. Like, if somebody's better than you in anything, you're going to be at a disadvantage. But you put yourself at more of a disadvantage by playing something like a gadget deck, because while gadgets aren't bad, like I think I have gadgets in like tier 1.5, so they're fine. Like you can absolutely play gadgets, but there is a very blatant problem with the deck, which is it's very low ceiling. Is gadgets first after Swiss undefeated not kind of crazy? Not really. Like, any deck can go undefeated in Swiss, bro. That's not impressive, if we're being completely honest. Like, decks go undefeated in Swiss all the time. Like, that is just not... Also, out of context, like, I also don't know the context of this tournament. Like, I know Europe has some weird shit going on when it comes to like their Ultimate Time Wizard. Like, first of all, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there like 2 Ultimate Time Wizards or something like that? Like, didn't they split it into 2 different tournaments? I'm pretty sure I heard people talking about like there were 2 Ultimate Time Wizards. which is already like, what are we doing? Brain control dad. Yeah, I didn't watch that video, but I did hear something about like 2 tournaments or something happening. I don't really pay attention to Europe that much, if I'm being honest. I'm being completely honest. I don't pay attention to Europe that much. I kind of look at what deck wins one of their tournaments, and then I just like scroll the rest, and then I just like, okay, and then I just go about my life. Like I don't really focus too hard on like what goes on, unless it's like something actually unique. Me seeing more Lightsworn and Gladiators, I'm going to start siding my body as a shield. My body as a shield is actually a good side deck card. You can also main deck it over MST too, depending on what deck you're playing. Yes. I'm a fan of Red Gadget's new video on which mirror matches are the most die roll dependent. I think I did see that one. Although I don't think there was much to really take from that video, if I'm being honest though. Like the percentage point for each tier is like 1%, right? Also, if you don't know that going second in the value mirror match is worse than going first in the value mirror match, like, I don't know what to tell you at this point. Like, I can't teach you shit. Like, if you don't know that me getting to set my Raikou before you set your Raikou puts me in a position to more often than not win the game, you are fucking lost. And I know a lot of people are lost, but goddamn. Okay. Okay. Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me. So now we got Vayu Sirocco in the grave. Oof. No gores. I believe one of the best Hero Frog players in the world, Yon Daime, which I guess he doesn't play anymore. He used to main deck. How you going here? Where's Format Library? He used to main deck my body as a shield, I think. Can I sort the spot player? Okay, so he plays only Hero Frogs and Black Wings. Let's look at some of these decks. Oh, look, I was right. I literally is exactly what, because I studied the format and like the players and what the players do, at least the top ones, because those are the ones that actually interest me. But anyway, I remember he would main deck this card, and I think it makes a lot of sense because Torrential Tribute is one of the cards that actually is annoying for Hero Frogs to deal with. So if you just make it where like some of the time you just have my body as a shield, so you don't even have to think about your opponent's back row, you just fucking push through their shit. Like, I do not care what you have 2 back row, I don't care. Damn. My little guy. Stay getting D-Prison. But honestly, I will say this. D-Prison on Unifrog is good for the Hero Frog player. It's also great for the person who D-Prison, because like now they don't have to deal with this fucker anymore. But that means that this is one less D-Prison that gets used on an Absolute Zero or a Monarch. For what it is worth. Jesus. This is gonna be rough now. He got soul released for it all. Nah, it should be fine, actually. He has 7 cards to his 4. This should be very winnable for Chaos Xer still. Okay, this card also fucking sucks. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound mean. His card is so bad, especially after you soul released all of his 1,000 or less attack monsters anyway. This better be a fossil dino. Okay. Unless he mills really good right here. This is a really bad situation for the bird player. Okay, that was a good mill. He has 3 darks now. He also has like blizzard targets and stuff. Hero Frog siding return thoughts. I mean, unfortunately, it loses to like all the things that they sided against you, which is like Oppression, Vanity's Fiend, Fossil Dino. Like, it's cute, but it's also one of those things that if you're ever staring down one of the problem cards, you're going to be mad that you have it instead of just like a generic removal card like a D-Prison or something. Typically how I think about cards like that. Yeah, Breaker is honestly, it might be my favorite side deck card. Like almost every time I've topped with Hero Frogs, I feel like Breaker was a big part of that. I don't think I topped, I think the very first Ultimate Time was ever in North Carolina 2023. I don't think I was siding Breaker yet. I don't think so. But then I feel like I started siding him maybe at YCS Richmond Ultimate Time Wizard. I got top 8 at that one. I feel like Breaker might have been in my side deck at that point. I know for a fact it was in my side deck for Indianapolis, and it was in my side deck for my 4th Ultimate Time Wizard top, which is Niagara Falls. I feel like I played Breaker in both of those, and Breaker was good every single time I sided it in. That card is just really fucking good. It's also why the thumbnail was Breaker, if you guys noticed. Like, the thumbnail for this video is Breaker. I love Breaker. Also, this game is probably over now because soul releasing Hero Frogs rarely works in your favor, especially if you don't, like, if you soul release, you need to be winning already. You can't soul release and be behind. And when he soul released, he went down to 4 cards and his opponent had 7. Oh, okay. You're just dying this turn. Okay, that's cool. 35 plus 29. Honestly, the Duke Frog can go in attack mode. What are we doing, right? Disrespect. Well, good shit to both players. This is also a case study on, and I preach about this a lot. I think these cards just suck. Like these types of cards, especially this one. I think this card is just fucking bad. Like in general, I think this is just a bad card. Like I've said it probably 100 times on this channel. I don't know what other channels you guys go to and listen to them. And by all means, like listen to whoever you want to, but like this card is bad. Like it is a bad card. Me and Sizzle do not play this card for a reason. This is a bad fucking card. This card is it's a trap. It's a trap. This card is a fucking trap. It is noob food. It is so bad. Anyway. All right, who's still left? Who's in top 4? Santi still making their way. Oh, Spore lost. Santi's always been killing it. Breaker looks cool too. Yeah, Breaker does look cool. I wish he got an alternate art. For how much do you think the giant card oversized values are being sold for? Do you have experience with that? I have no idea how much they're being sold for. I sold my giant card for 6,000. Breaker and Devious Sailor are some of my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! I have the DR1 Ultra Breakers. They are darker than the MFC, so I prefer them. And they aren't too expensive. Soul Release is fun with Yados. It's a bad fun card. Power Filter is a rant too. You know else is an overrated bad card, Tragodia. Yeah, Tragodia is one of those cards that I love and I hate. Like, in Edison, because you can DDV Tragodia, it sucks. If you couldn't DDV Tragodia, I would feel so much more comfortable playing that card, but I do not like that it's an additional card that gets hit out of my hand with DDV. I do not like that at all. It makes it where I feel like the card is really only playable in very hyper-specific decks like Dragon Turbo. What else? What else plays Tragodia? Sometimes zombies can play Tragodia because, you know, you like they can attack with, they can run their goblin zombie into your guy, take damage, drop Tragodia, get a search, Tragodia attack over something, main phase 2, discard Mizuki, take your, like they can do a lot. I've seen that back when Tragodia used to be at multiple copies in 2009 before it got limited. The problem with keeping the oversized cards or the giant cards, I think, is that Konami keeps fucking printing them. So like if you have a Vayu or honestly any of them, like let's take Black Rose Dragon, for example. They probably printed 8 Black Rose Dragons. There's like 6 D-Mox, there's 4 or 5 Pot of Greeds, there's 5 Rescue Cats, 5 JDs, 7 JDs. Like there's just so many of them. And so they keep saturating the market with this fucking same giant cards, and like obviously that drives down the price on the secondary market. I was fortunate enough to get the very first JD ever, but now like they've given out so many of them that you'd be lucky if you can get half of what I got for the JD at this point. I love this field. This is just nice to look at. Zombies can play whatever they want. They can play whatever they want. Oh! A little Sirocco Gale action. Now, what is this actually going to do? Does he have Lightning Vortex? Make Stardust, Lightning Vortex, negate? Because right now, this doesn't do anything. Okay, so 0 is going to be permanently locked at 2,000. So you have to make Stardust here. And now you have to pray. Swear to me. It will be a cool keepsake / memory, but I definitely prefer the thousands of dollars. You know that there are people that just make giant cards anyway. Like you can get a giant Yu-Gi-Oh card made. Like there's stores on Etsy that just like do that. Oh, I have a question. This just came up. Can Stardust negate this or no? Because this doesn't destroy until resolution, and it's not guaranteed that it's going to destroy anything. I always forget the ruling on Stratos versus Stardust. You can't Stardust here? Yeah, I don't remember if you can Stardust this. Like I don't know if it's like a Snipe Hunter. Your Snipe Hunter you cannot Stardust because it's not guaranteed that it's going to destroy anything. People are saying you cannot. I am going to check Stardust Dragon, I guess. I was thinking of checking Stratos, but the effect can only negate cards and effects which 100% destroy a card. So Stratos doesn't 100% destroy a card, so I would say that you cannot Stardust it. That's what this is telling me. This ruling right here says the effect can only negate cards and effects which would 100% destroy a card. Yeah, you do not 100% destroy with Stratos. I know it's weird, but you don't. Because like if you were to chain Wing Blast to this Absolute Zero, this Stratos will not pop anything. So yeah, you cannot Stardust this. That's so fucking good. That's like insane, actually. Just like a mini buff to Hero Frogs, like just the tiniest little buff. Maybe not as tiny as I'm saying. Okay, yeah. You also just, because like the thing is, you also just die to the Absolute Zero attacking into the Stardust right here. You're at 1200. And Mirror Force is in the graveyard. So it's kind of one of those things that's like, he was going to kill you right there is the thing. Like he was going for game. And Stratos just made it that much easier. No, Stardust is good. Stardust is good. It just makes Stratos broken, which makes Hero Frogs broken. Because like that situation that was just there comes up pretty often. Like that's not like a once in a blue moon kind of thing. Like people very often have Stardust with back row, and you very often can summon an Absolute Zero and summon a Stratos. Like those are two things that can happen pretty easily in a duel. Yeah, when people talk about mocking a gear frame in Stratos, now I only say that in the sense of like, you know, obviously there are 1800 4-star monsters that search, but that's where it ends. Stratos is better in every other way. Stratos is a fucking hero monster, which actually does account for a lot of things. It's a Rota target, which is crazy. It's an e-call target, which is illegal. The fact that Stratos has 4 searchers in this format, like you can fucking search Stratos with 3 e-calls and a Rota, is so absurd. Oh, here's this power field. Yo, what is going on today? Did somebody make a video about this? Like, what's going on? Why is everyone playing this fucking card? Like, when did we get here?
Bruh.
No, bro. No, not the fucking immediate, not the immediate heavy storm. Not the immediate disregard for human life. I just don't like. I thought there would be one power filter in this tournament, but there's multiple people playing it. Maybe they're friends. They might be friends. 1200 in. Come on, Wagamuffin, fight back. Fight back. Fight back, Wagamuffin. Bro put the heavy in the graveyard like there was no regard for the other back row. He said that other back row is not real, and you can't convince me it's real. I'm gonna put this heavy in the graveyard, and I'm gonna need you to put your 2 cards in the graveyard too. There's a lot of back row. Setting the back row before attacking bothers me. Even though it had no impact. That's funny. Yo, he's getting hit by multiple sweepers. Heavy Storm for 2. Torrential for 2. What's next? What's next? Come on, Wagamuffin, fight back. Ooh, nice jar. Nice jar. Okay, this makes more sense why he set 3 back row. I didn't know that Killswitch was playing draw traps. I think draw traps are actually so cool at Hero Frogs. I never played them, but I do think they're cool. All right, there's a Gale. Target back row, drop Gores? No? Oh, this. I don't know. I don't really like Gores here unless we're converting it somehow. Honestly, though, it's tough to say because Whack-A-Muffin might be down a little bad. Yeah. The good thing is Gore still beats Gale even after it's halved. So that is worth something because then you just killed the Gale for free. And if you have something like a Substitute, you get to convert all of this shit into some nasty card advantage. And you know your opponent's drawing a trap. Ooh. What? This is another card that I want. Like, I wonder about this card. Like, it's supposed to be good, right? Like, it's supposed to be good. But was that good just now, though? Like, was that good? That didn't seem good. And again, he's drawing a trap card. So, like, this Gale is already dead to rights. It's a trap and 2 other cards. I'm not really sure. I mean, this was a rough game. This was a rough game, though. Like, Heavy, Torrential, they both went +1. And then Gores is weirdly also a +1 because the token is a real card, especially in Frogs. So, like, he's just going +1, +1, +1, like, on every interaction, basically. The only thing that he went minus on is the Wing Blast. And it's, like, kind of debatable. Oh, this Rhoda is really disgusting, too. What's up, Sonori? This is a really, really, really horrible Rhoda. Like, for Wagamuffin, not for Killswitch, obviously. Oh, no, not Miracle Fusion, too. He has children. Okay, Caius. 34-26. That's game. You're just dead. There's no more game. Okay. Well, you know, I love when people think and they actually like kill the opponent. That's one of my things. Like when I think and then I kill you. And I like that. Big fan of that. Okay, so in the finals, we have Santi again for like 3 out of 5 weeks in a row. And then we have either Chaos or the Big Win. One of them is going to win some Chipotle money. Uh-oh. Oh shit, gadgets. I did not know that the Big Win was on gadgets all day and that he made it this far. He's in top 4. He is okay, but he's 1 game away from being out the tournament though. But if he wins this game, then he's 1 game away from being in the finals. So you didn't think about that. You know what's scary though? He has to go through 2 frogs. He has to go through Chaos Hexer, and he has to go through Santi, who's already in the finals with Hero Frogs. So no matter how you slice it, he has to beat 2 Hero Frogs in a row with gadgets. Now, I'm gonna be honest. That might not be in the cards, but we'll see. Anything can happen. This is Edison format. Anything can happen. Deck dev kills is crazy. Hero Frogs can play deck dev too. If you were playing Frogs, would you rather play against Twilight Sworn or Gadgets more? Gadgets. I do not want to take the gamble with Twilight Sworn. His Gadget searched the wrong card. He was supposed to grab Future Fusion. Oh man. I will play against the Gadget deck. Also, if you side deck Cyber Dragon, yeah, like Micro just said, if you side deck Cyber Dragon too, that just makes it even more like ignorant. Good oppression, good oppression. Might be going to game 3. Oh man. Oh, this was a dust sheet game too. Bottomless trap hole. What the hell? Bottomless versus Gadgets is a choice. I don't care if they're playing Fortress and Gear Frame. That is a choice. Mirror Force with a high key cooked right here. Not double discard trap, or is that a deep prison? All right, we live. What is this back row though? Is it bottomless? Is it fucking bottomless trap hole, bro? Is it shitty bottomless? It's torrential. Thank God it's a real card. Not enough to pay for oppression, so that fortress can just come down. Yo, cool news. I just checked, and only one more month, then I'll upgrade to the Treeborn Frog. I don't know if I've seen anyone as Treeborn Frog yet. So that'd be pretty cool. You might be the first Treeborn Frog. I could be wrong, but like, yeah, you might be the first Treeborn Frog. At least the first Treeborn Frog that actually talks in the live stream. All right, we're getting a Kaya summon here. That's a good hit. Okay. These little fuckers are annoying. There it is. There it is. You know, a lot of people have been maining Cyber Dragon and Hero Frogs, and I know in Europe they really love main deck Cyber Dragon. But that's cool. Like, it's good against gadgets if gadgets are going to be more popular. It's 1 year, but I think I'm the second member. Campa beat me to it. Okay. Damn, it's been a year? That's crazy. I feel like I just turned channel memberships on. I mained 2 Sidras at NWCQ. I was playing Prisma Glads, was real good. Yeah, see, if you're playing Prisma, then Cyber Dragon is that much better. Oh, does shoot back. Okay, what's this hand? Vincent, please either write this hand out or something. Somebody give us a visual on that hand. Horn, Dyna, Gear Frame, Fisher, Yellow, Fortress. Okay, very interesting hand. So he has Horn of Heaven and Fisher. Then he also has Dyna, Gear Frame, Yellow, Fortress. This is a really good hand. What's he gonna take? The Dyna. That makes a lot of sense. So he gets Fortress, he's gonna summon Fortress. Oh, really? I don't... Okay. Okay. Huh. Maybe the big one is cooking. Maybe he's cooking. I'll say this. I know Chaos Hexer really needed a substitute just there. That would have been like super ideal. Here's the yellow gadget that we know about. Now I'm wondering what this back row is because I personally don't think that there should be a back row there. And before Jar Greet. Haha, gotcha, bitch. Bring back Treeborn Frog. Sack for Vanity's Fiend. I'm kidding. Bro, he has double fortress in his hand. What are you talking about? He never had to discard the gadget. Yeah, it literally is in the chat on the screen. Like, he already had a fortress. He summoned Gear Frame, search another fortress. So he has double fortress. Okay, I want to say this. This is one of the reasons why a lot of Hero Frog players lose or don't do well in this, why this deck is like pretty hard to play. Because that back row has prevented Substitute from resolving and doing like full combo, because he would have been able to bring back Treeborn Frog a turn ago. But because he has this random back row, he can't do that. And it is fucking him, because his opponent is plussing and plussing and plussing with these gadgets. And you should be plussing and plussing and plussing with your Treeborn Frog, but you're not. This is one of the most common ways that I see people misplay Hero Frogs, and then they wonder why the deck doesn't feel as good to them, and why other people consistently do well with it, or why it wins tournaments all the time and stuff. It's like, well, you're not playing it right. He is playing Dupe Frog, yes. I'm pretty sure he's playing Dupe Frog. Maybe he's not. Maybe I'm confusing him with Santi or something. We've seen a lot of Hero Frogs today, so I might be confusing the players. I don't know if he's running Dupe Frog. I think that that's a rant in itself, but like, whatever. Kill Switch is in the finals. Okay, this is a great Miracle Fusion, especially because he does play Dupe Frog. Okay, I think they're both playing Dupe Frog. I think that people are just playing Dupe Frog. It's a good 0 because there's no like Fisher anymore, so he can't just like kill the monsters and then Fisher to 0 whatever. Now he could smash and ground it, because Zero's defense is unfortunately high as hell. But then he would lose all his gadgets. I will say this. So far, a deck without Dupe Frog has not won a major event. Very anecdotal, but do with that information what you will. The only Hero Frog decks that have ever won a tournament, the only Frog decks that have ever won a tournament, are all playing Dupe Frog. Do with that information what you will. Now, this is interesting. What is the back row? Well, that's what we're all wondering. Whatever the back row is, he clearly doesn't need it. And he never needed it. That's my problem with that back row being there. My problem with that back row is that while Chaos Xer has now stabilized and he's in complete control of the game, he never needed that back row. And I read the situation that he didn't need the back row because as soon as he said it, I made a comment. Like, I didn't wait to see how the game played out and said it in hindsight. I said it the second he said it. I was like, there should not be a back row there. I think this game would have been even more one-sided than what you're seeing right now if that one back row never got set. My man had double substitute and he put back Fossil Dyna. So, like, you just can't even stop me now. Yeah, that back row's still there. And he's most likely going to win this game, too. Like, he's going to win this game because Hero Frogs is just a much better deck than Gadgets. And, like, you're kind of just seeing that. Even with no Treeborn, Treeborn has never come back from the graveyard, not once this duel. And still... Duolingo, god damn, I'm gonna do it. We got one dust. But that is not the back row in question. Bottomless. That card fucking sucks. I do not like this. Ew, I didn't like that at all. That felt a little dirty. I don't know about that. It's definitely, it shouldn't be, if it's Raigeki Break, I will be so shocked. Honestly, not many things are making sense right now. In terms of like what it is. But I've really, okay, it was torrential. All right, this game should be super over. The torrential being gone now, like I get why he attacked, even though I still don't really like it. He attacked into the fortress, but like the torrential is just going to sit there anyway because you're not going to torrential your own absolute zero. But now we just wait until the big win gets grinded out of his 3,500 life points. Also, is this every gadget? 3, 6, 9. This is all the gadgets, bro. I don't know if he plays Pot Avarice, but like, there are no more gadgets. Doesn't bring back Treeborn Frog. Special summons Infernal Prodigy. Tribute for Malicious Edge to draw a card on the end phase. This played into Oppression, but I guess it's fine. Alright, we need a trap card here. Otherwise, I have concerns. Okay. This is good. Right? Alright, Treeworm Frog. Can we get a Ryza for game? It's one of my favorite things to do in these situations like this. Oh no. What? Do these gadget decks play pot average, chat? Because he does no more gadgets, bro. And fucking all the gadgets are gone. Meanwhile, the Frog deck hasn't used a single Monarch yet. So, like, good luck. Like, actually good luck. Like, every gadget has been used and not a single Monarch has been used. Like, actually, factually good luck. No, that's just... That is just... I want to say something. I don't think you attack with Ryza there. And I don't think I'm crazy. I think you can literally torture your opponent from that point. You spun a back row that you know didn't do anything, and the other one didn't do anything, right? You attack with Swap Frog, nothing happens. They take the 1,000. They're at 2,500. They're top decking a back row that doesn't respond to Ryza. You bounce the Ryza and pass, and you look at them, and you stare at them directly in the eyes. You just say, go. And then you do it again if they dare set that back row. Or not, because they still have one that's sitting there just chilling. But that's like the demented shit that I do to people. Okay, well, we have a Hero Frog mirror match in the finals. And I think their builds are slightly different. They're both playing Dupe Frog, though. They are both playing Dupe Frogs. In case you were wondering. Because Dupeless has yet to win a tournament. Not that Dupeless is bad. It has its strengths, but it definitely also has its weaknesses. All right, we're off to the races. So don't forget, guys, this Saturday we have our 1K. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that's happening 1 p.m. Eastern time this Saturday. It should be fun. Hmm. Scrap Recycler is another one they play instead. I just think Pot Avarice is better. I don't think Recycler is bad. Like, you can play, but I think you can maybe play both, but like, also I think that gadget decks can just be more than 40 cards. I don't know if what was his name? The Big Win was playing more than 40 cards, but I do think gadget decks, if any decks can be more than 40 cards, gadgets can be more than 40 cards. So if it's a problem with like, oh, I don't have space, then just You can fucking just throw up out of everything. Anyway, we're here in the finals. This is the finals. It is a Hero Frog matchup. Hero Frog mirror match. I also saw Hero Frogs recently won the Chicago Monthly. Although, I don't know what build he was on. But here we are. Now, Santi has won multiple tournaments in this server, in my Discord server. Did he win the last one? No, he got second in the last one. He got second with Hero Frogs in the last tournament last week, and Garden Cat won the tournament. Spore won last week with Garden Cat. Santi got second a couple weeks ago as well with Hero Frogs against Hydro Pump, who's playing Dark Dragon Turbo. But then Santi did win with Hero Frogs a little over a month ago. So he's been consistently getting to the, like, Kill Switch is Santi. He's been consistently getting to the finals with Hero Frogs. Like, throughout the, I'm looking at all the past tournaments, and his name pops up a lot in the finals. It's pretty impressive, actually. Like, he just plays his Hero Frog deck, and it is very unique. We've showed it on stream multiple times now, I guess. He just plays his Hero Frog deck and he just gets there. He just gets to the end a lot. So I do think Santi is a good player. I genuinely do. And he's also kind of entertaining to me. The 1K is not oh, okay. You said double elimination or Swiss. So I plan to make it Swiss. That's my plan. I want to do Swiss because I want to do top 8. We also have the payout here for the tournament. So first is $400, second is $200, third and fourth get 100, and fifth through eighth get 50. So here's the payout for this Saturday. And I expect the tournament to be pretty small because we only have, like, I think it's like 140 people even eligible to play in the tournament. And obviously not all of them are going to be able to play in the tournament because people have things that they have to do on Saturday. So I expect it to be pretty small, which is good for the people who are playing because you have a higher chance of winning, obviously. So good luck to everybody playing. I think the tournament's going to be like 40 people. 40 people duking it out for $1,000. Yeah, I think if, like, because, like, on Discord you can see. So how did I look at this? On Discord you can see, if I click on server settings, roles, right? You can see every single person who is a party member. You can see the number. Like, you can see how many party members, how many main characters, how many optional bosses. Those are the only people who can play in the tournament. So there's less than 150 of people who are even eligible to play. And I think less, I might be underselling it, but I was going to say, I think less than half will play, but then maybe it'll probably be like, maybe it'll be like 60 people, which I think is still a pretty good, like, if you're playing in a tournament, I think it's pretty good for you. He was playing dupes, but 2 E-calls and 5 monarchs. So that's not the Chicago build then, because the Chicago build plays no dupes. I remember you mentioned a discussion video on Mali like you did for dupe. Maybe have Santi on for Mali since he loves that card. No, winning the 1K would not count as a major win. I think, but it will count. You can count it as like an invitational type win. Like, there's different categories of tournaments, I would say, and like I feel like this is more almost like invitational because it's going to be a smaller size, but it's also not an invitational in a literal sense, right? Like it's not like, oh, this is, you can only play if you have an invite. I think it's like what you, I think it's the same as saying like a PS5 tournament. It's not really any different than that to me. Oh, okay. That's what you were saying, Alexander. Right. The build that won the Chicago Monthly was playing Dupe Frog, which again, a dupeless build still has not won. Okay, we got a Wing Blast into a sub malicious play. This is honestly the best that I've seen. You know, malicious. This is like one of his high points right here. What happened to the Caius though? That got summoned on Stratos. Is that? Oh, that got bounced to the hand, I assume. Oh, Kai's got Wing Blast. Okay. So, yeah. That is one of the things I don't like about Wing Blast, though, in the mirror match. I do not like Wing Blasting Monarchs. I think that shit feels so weird. And by weird, I mean bad. You're going, because, like, you are going to see that Monarch again. That Monarch is 100% coming down again. And I just don't like that. Take my Raza. The shoot. Caius Miracle sub. Oh, he has multiple rises too. Oh, this is bad. This is bad for kill switch. Because one of the worst things that happens is when you get Rized on this field. It's like really, really bad. That set being torrential didn't make any sense, by the way, Micro. Torrential is actually terrible to have with double dupe frog, because if he monarchs you, you're going to make your things miss timing. And you know he's going to monarch you because you gave him a monarch with Wing Blast. So torrential is really, really bad to have set. Like, if you had torrential there, you wouldn't even set it. Listen, you're not a frog player, I assume, so it's fine that you don't know the intricacies of frogs, but you definitely don't want a torrential set with double dupe frog. That is not good. There are so many like little rules in my head that I don't even really like I don't really have like a list of them in my head, but they're all just like in my head swarming when I'm dueling, I guess. And then when like people say certain things, it just kind of triggers like my auto response. Which means that I'm the bot, not you. All right, here we go. Special summon, discarding. Yeah, this is going to be a nasty fucking turn.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save up to £240 for a family of 4. Don't miss out. Book now with Jet2 holidays.
See, this is what I hate. The Dupe Frog got Rised, and then he milled all of his frogs. So he can't search his deck to get the Dupe Frog out of his, like, you don't want to draw a Dupe Frog right here. You want to shuffle your deck to get that shit off the top. But he milled all his frogs out of his deck, so he can't touch his deck. He has to get it out of the graveyard. And this is one of those other rules that in the mirror match, you want to be mindful of leaving a frog in deck so that if you get Rised in this situation, you can actually search your deck and put that fucking Dupe Frog somewhere else. Very, very, very small nuanced things like this. I mean, honestly, he needs his own Miracle Fusion right here. I feel like that's the only real way that we're cracking back. All right, Caius. We're going to banish the Ryza, special summon swap. Bounce it. I have not watched Materialistic. I don't know what that is. We got Duolingo checked and Chop 2 Holiday.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save up to £240 for a family of 4. Don't miss out. Book now with Jet2 holidays.
I don't know why that shit's so funny to me. Oh, I do need a bingo card for Saturday. Does anybody want to do the honors of like putting one together, chat? I did not. I completely forgot. I do need a bingo card for Saturday though. Oh, this isn't even lethal. But he still doesn't want to take the damage. So he has a Caius against a 0. He's drawing Swap Frog. So this is pretty straightforward. Summon Caius, banish Absolute 0, pass. You don't really die to much. Like you die to things that are like he can't Miracle Fusion you after you Caius to 0, so you don't die to Miracle Fusion unless he somehow puts another hero in the grave, which I don't see how because this is in the grave already, or this is banished. You don't die to Junk Synchron because there's no Swap Frog in the graveyard, so he needs to like special and then Junk Synchron. So not much raw kills you here. Yeah, okay, so you live. Alright. We have ourselves a I mean, it's a duel. Okay, well, now I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. He's about to get water arted. Yep. So we know one is a swap frog. He drew a Caius. So, yeah. Yeah, Stango's run this past weekend, winning his first major tournament, was honestly incredible. And the interview, I was very happy for my boy. All right, there we go. That is game one. Oh my god, Duolingo is insufferable. There should be an option to lower the number of notifications it's allowed to send you past a certain point. Did he open up 1-for-1? 1-for-1 malicious. That's cute. It is decent. It's not better than just, you know, you get the same result by just like playing Stratos or Junk Synchro on here. But it is decent. It's one of the better sides of malicious. The part that everyone likes to talk about the highs. They never talk about the lows. And oh, are there lows? Gotta go to Lowe's. Gotta go to Lowe's, yeah. Gotta go to Lowe's. Oh yeah. Yeah. Alright, what's our normal summon gonna be this turn? Do we got a Junk Synchro on a Wombo? We have a Swap Frog. Yep. 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 Justice for Junk Synchron. You know, people have been taking Junk Synchron out their deck too. And choices are being made, chat. Choices have been made. They're taking Junk Synchron out their deck and they're still playing Rhoda. And then they don't win tournaments and they're wondering why. Choices have been made. They gave you the Spawn Con hat. What's the Spawn Con? This says standby on it. Not this double dupe shit again. Oh no! Alright, Miracle Fusion. Well played. Tribute for Vanity's Fiend. Do it. Hmm, 5,200 damage, huh? Why the fuck is Zero so big in Hero Frogs? Like, I remember I would play against Cairo when he was playing Diva Hero, and his absolute zero would never be like... It would never be 4,000, like, ever. God forbid 4,500, but when you play Hero Frogs, it consistently gets to 4,000 and 4,500, like, consistently. What if he was just like, stand by phase, super poly? Honestly, people don't play around super poly anymore because no one plays super poly anymore. But it's kind of funny when you see fields like this. Oh, it's happening in reverse this time. Okay. Ryza has been targeting a lot of Dupe Frogs in this set. Alright, here it is, game 3. This is the ultimate game. This is the last game of the tournament. Thank God. So I want to go do Duolingo before it keeps harassing me. And then I guess I'll give the shout out to this tournament again, which I will be at, the Midwest Edison Clash. Don't forget, this is next Saturday, August 23rd and 24th. I will be there. It is in Ohio, and I'm a bounty. Me and Gage are bounties. You guys know Gage. He needs no introduction. If you beat us, it says, okay, you will become a hunter and take part of their bounty. Every time you beat a bounty in a match, a cash payout of $50 will be rewarded. The following players are bounties. So if you beat me, you get $50 on top of actually just like, you know, having a better record after you beat me as well. So there's that. And then they have all these nice prizes. Darken, SJC Darken is first. Black Rose, first edition Ghost Rare Black Rose. Ulti Kai's, y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes. 45 minutes, end the phase. Yes, I was about to say, is that? Yeah, 45 minutes into phase. There's food on site, food trucks, concessions, snacks, and drinks will be available on site, all that good stuff. So definitely check this out. I'm assuming this is going to be streamed too. I don't know if it says anything about a stream here, but I assume that this is going to be streamed. So you DM me the bingo card. Okay, okay, so I like a lot of these, but some of these are too specific. I will tell you which ones I think some of these are really good though, but I think Well, one of them I can't even know. One of them you have double malicious draw. I think that one is too specific. Also, I can't know that until the game is like over. So, and I don't expect anyone to like reveal their hand. Also, I'm not sure if I like multiple colutes for game, but maybe it's fine. I don't know. Also, wait, I don't think this is enough squares. I think this needs to be a 5x5 card, by the way. Yeah, this needs to be 5x5. Echo was commentating, it will be streamed. Okay. Oh, I can just put this in chat. $10,000 life points. Not this being the way. What's up, Echo? Not this being the way he goes out. Okay, he's back. I was about to say that would be terrible in the finals. I mean, not like this is the big money tournament, but it's still for 20 bucks. And like you played all this time. They've been playing for fucking 3 hours. I would still want my 20 bucks. Or at least my fair chance at 20 bucks. Okay. I will not be commentating, sadly. They revoked my time off at work. Oh, wow. Okay, well, thank you for clearing that up. So Echo will not be commentating that weekend. Yeah, revoking your time off sounds wild to me, though. Like, my job doesn't... We don't have shit like that. My boss literally cannot do that. That's not a thing. But, like, jobs that I guess can do that, that sounds really fucking scummy. Like, revoking your time off. Like, it was already approved, and then you take it back. Like, how does that work? I already made plans. Like, I would be like, no. I'm just a different kind of person, though. I am... Like, the me you see right now is the me you get at my job. Like, I'm a big, like, no kind of person. Like, just absolutely not. We're not doing that. I'm quick to tell... I am quick to tell people no. Just no. Like, hey, we're going to need you to come in on that day that you said you were going to be off. No. No, the flight's already booked. It's a no for me. You're going to have to figure something out. It's a no. It's a no. I am so anti, like, corporate America bullshit at this point in my life that I refuse to accept shit like that. Like, revoking your time off. First of all, honestly, that should be illegal. Like, approving someone's time off request and then revoking it at a later date should just be straight up, like, against the law. Like, you shouldn't even be able to do that. Like, I promise you, these jobs will figure it out. Because guess what? If you die or if you leave the company, they fucking replace you, you know, in record time. So you will be fine with me taking off a Friday to go play Yu-Gi-Oh. You'll be fine. I promise you the company does not hinge on me being out Friday. Like if all it takes is me being out on Friday to fucking tank the company, then this company is shit. Ain't no approval at my job. I put it on the calendar and deuces. That's how it should be, Veda. To a degree. But that's basically how it is in my job. Like, I've never had a time off request denied in my life. I work in accounting. So, like, I don't know if that matters at all, but I've never had somebody be like, you can't, like, you put that in, I'm rejecting it, and here's why you cannot take off. And it's like, that's never happened to me. I don't even know what that feels like. Pulling the fucking rug. Honestly, it's so hard to get a job in this economy, so I had to just take the L. Yeah, that is unfortunate. I haven't been in the job market in a very long time. I've been at my company for 7 years. So I don't really know. I mean, I haven't been looking either because, like, I'm comfortable. So I don't really know, like, what the job market is like, but I'm not even gonna get into the political bullshit right now because it's just like, that is a whole exhausting discussion in itself. But yes, you're here to enjoy some Frasier content. That's right. Well, I'm going to be a bounty. Maybe I should wear my cowboy hat. Maybe I should bring the cowboy hat to when I'm a bounty. Or I could bring the straw hat. I will not wear this though. I will wear the cowboy hat, but I would not wear the straw hat. And the vest with no shirt. Damn. Maybe I will pack this. I wasn't really thinking about doing it, but maybe I will pack the cowboy hat for the Midwest Edison Clash. It is called Midwest Edison Clash, isn't it? I guess you guys can see that it's cut off at the top, but Fossil Dyna. Oh no. Not us flooding each other out with more than just Vanity. Chris Marquez, thank you for the $2. Oh snap, the cowboy is back. That's right. The cowboy who has on a dad hat under it though. You've never seen that before. The cowboy with the dad hat. That's the combo. That's full combo right there. That's full Goki combo. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. This is, let me tell you what this ain't. Good. Chill Switch is doing what he has to do to survive. I make my own schedule at Target, and any time off, my boss just auto approves. Sucks for the regular employees, though, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I just specifically have a problem with revoking a time off request. Like, approving it and then later on revoking it is bullshit to me. I'm okay with you being like, hey, this week coming up, we're going to need you because of X reason. And so, you know, don't take off during this specific window, which I already do that naturally because I know my job and I know when I should not take off because there are things that I do at my job that no one else can do. So they rely on me at specific times during the month to like do things. Uh-oh, is Vincent about to win his first tournament? Congratulations to Vincent Zen for winning and getting the tournament winner role. I'm so excited because while I like Kill Switch, I love Santi, but I really did want Vincent to win only because Vincent, I know he wanted it for himself as well. So I'm going to give him the tournament winner role, and that means he will be able to play in our invitational at the end of the year because everybody with this pink role who has this this tournament winner role right here, everyone who has this role in the Discord server, and there's a lot of them, they're all scattered throughout because, you know, this shit is not in order or whatever, but yeah, you get an invite to the invitational, that cash invitational at the end of the year. You know how every server does their own invitational thing. So congrats to Vincent for winning. I am going to click on view replay and I'm going to pull up both deck lists. Let me take this off too. Okay. While you guys watch this, I'm going to get some deck lists. Oh, God. So, also, they were both playing Duke Rock. Because a Dupless deck has not won a tournament yet. Not to say that it can't. It just conveniently hasn't happened yet. All right. Yeah, Vincent, you really did earn it too. You had to go through gadgets. And my job is the HR policy that they can't revoke it, which I've never experienced ever. I thought that was normal until I started working 2 jobs and quit the second soon after learning that. That's right. Echo said I'm a full-time handsome man. That's what I am. You know what's funny? So this is where I was saying, like, what if he has Super Poly? And he has Solemn, but you can't Solemn Super Poly. It's kind of like nothing can stop a Super Poly right here. I mean, nothing can stop a Super Poly ever, right? But all right, game 3, here we go. And then I'll show the deck list. These are some of the fucking worst upstart draws. These 3 draws were terrible. Like, this is crazy. I mean, the hero was fine because he has Miracle, but like, this is wild. He even held the upstart so that he could draw better cards. Oh, not this fucking card, bro. All right, so that's the finals. We got to watch it with full information. So here's Santi's deck, which honestly, I feel like he plays this exact list or very, very close to this exact list every time. He got second place tonight. He plays this that stylus, which I don't think we got to see it tonight, but I love that he plays that stylus. Like, this is one of my favorite things. And I was saying that if I played this list, I would put Soul Exchange in the deck because I think Soul Exchange with that stylus in your deck is like actually really good. Yeah, I would play a Soul Exchange, probably cut one of the draw traps. I don't think you need 3 draw traps. And then here's the winning deck list for tonight. So this is Vincent Zen, aka Chaos Hexer, who is playing, honestly, yeah, solid list. Like he's playing double Upstart, double Water Art. He's playing Discard Traps. He's got Mirror Force Torrential and Dust Shoot. So all the traps are there. Yeah, I mean this is solid. He's playing Junk Synchron. He's playing Dupe Frog. He's playing Unifrog. He's playing all the things. 2 Swap Frogs is the only thing that I see that's like, okay, 2 Swap Frogs with Water Art, but it worked out for him tonight. I think this is good. I think this is a solid side deck. They're both siding 1 bottomless trap hole, which is like very interesting. Yeah, Breaker, God card, by the way. Breaker's literally a God card. Signing E-Call, interesting. Signing E-Call, signing a second alias. Okay, I see the vision there. In case you run against the GB player who wants to pop smoke. But yeah, here are the 2 deck lists that got to the finals. The winning deck list down here, second place right here. Oh man, what's a good out to value? Frog decks are a good out to value. Okay, well, I think that's everything. I will be streaming again Saturday. The tournament's at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so I'll be doing a 1K. It should be really fun. We have some really strong players who will be in that tournament, like some very powerful duelists. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for this tournament on Saturday. I hope you guys are excited. You'll have something to watch, something that I'll be streaming. So I will be back in what, 4 days? 4 days time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. See you Saturday. Enrage, good luck. Everybody, good luck. If anybody wants to make me a 5x5 bingo card, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'll be cursed with making one myself. And I'm not good at it, but you guys are. Anyway, thank you all. I will see you later. Have a good night.